Welcome to Real Talk. I'm your host, Pastor Edward Cameron. Real Talk with Ed and Eric, but today is with Ed and Milagro. Thank you for tuning in to the program. Hopefully, it's been a joy and a blessing for you to hear the program in Real Talk today. We're just gonna talk like we would if we were at home. And one thing I appreciate about Milagro here is that what you see is what you get. He is going to tell you the truth, regardless of whether you like it or not, and that's most definitely valued and appreciated. Last week we started talking about the importance of setting standards. You know, we were talking about in the confines of relationships, like the important. We were talking to a group of guys, and they were saying that there's no standards in relationships today. That there's no value for true love, and all those things that go along with making a successful relationship. And the pushback was, well, when the relationships fail, how it spills over into the lives of the kids and the community and that kind of thing. And like I said, I'm not sitting here saying I believe there's no such thing as perfect relationship. Perfect relationships don't exist. But I do believe that God has a standard that if we follow it, we have a better, greater chance of succeeding and those relationships eventually affecting our lives and our community and our kids. And so we gave some words, and we were both kind of going back and forth to what we thought about those words. I think we ended last week on the word loyalty, and we're going back and forth between the relationship piece and the word just in the community and period what those words mean. And so, was there anything else on loyalty that you didn't get to say last week that you want to add to or say today? First of all, we can start, but you got the Indiana Pacers jersey on there.
No. This is Fever. This is Caitlin Clark.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna say okay. I take that. I take back the joke that I was about to say. But
Yeah.
she's out for the year though. She's done out for the year.
hmm
I didn't know you were a
Oh, I
but you
love
did tell me that you
WNBA.
do like
Yeah.
WNBA.
I've been
Okay,
to a few games.
yeah. So have you seen Caitlin Clark? Yeah.
Yep.
Is she as good as she is on TV as in real life?
You can't make it up.
So what's the closest one that we have here?
I've been to Chicago a couple times.
Chicago games.
Chicago.
Okay. Are you? We never talked. Are you an NFL? You an NFL
Yeah,
fan?
yeah, yeah.
Who you like?
The team that lost last night.
Oh, can't see. That's right. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
You might be experiencing a new wave of
Oh,
losing.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
because you can tell that they're starting to get. Well, that's a whole nother
Yeah,
thing.
let's get to this
Yeah.
topic, man.
Loyalty. Did anything else on loyalty, streetwise or
No, I
relationship
just
wise?
think loyalty is everybody got their own definition. It's so congested now. Two people don't have the same definition.
On loyalty.
So I think everybody believes they are loyal. You ever
Mm.
heard somebody say I'm unloyal? No, everybody say they loyal,
Or I'm untrustworthy. Or I can't be counted on. I get it.
but everybody think they're
They
loyal.
think they're loyal. I feel like loyalty to me is believing that you're gonna have my back regardless. No, I can count on you. You know,
Yeah,
see. Let me say it again. Let me say it differently. I don't want you to condone me when I'm wrong, because to me that ain't real either. That ain't helping me grow. But it's like your kids. Like regardless of what your kids do, you gonna love them. You gonna always be mom or dad and be there for them and that kind of thing. When it comes to a marriage, loyalty to me in a marriage is saying regardless of the temptation, regardless of the challenges, I'm gonna stay committed and do the right thing by you and with you know what I mean with you. That's my take on
you know
loyalty.
what, man? I always been strong on loyalty, but I heard something the other day, and now I think about it, I say it's true. Man, you could be so loyal to others, it makes you unloyal to yourself.
What do you mean by that?
Like,
I think I know what you're
yeah, you
saying.
so like even me, like I felt the same way you feel before you even said it, and you said somebody told you that, and I told myself, like if a man word ain't no good, he ain't no
Ain't no
good.
good. Yeah,
But sometimes I give my word to the wrong things, and I just have
I
to
get it.
keep
I
it
get it.
based off my loyalty.
I get it.
So you could be so loyal to others that you're unloyal to
I
yourself,
get it. I get it. Okay.
just based off of keeping your word.
Okay.
So that's where everything become a trick bag. So if you in the streets, just cause you claim the hood, this could go against you. You could not even agree with the beef, but you're so loyal,
I've heard that. Yeah,
you would trick yourself
I've
off
heard that.
just to be loyal.
Mm.
Sometimes you're loyal to the wrong thing.
Sometimes we're going to the wrong thing. Let's go to the next one here. Integrity. And integrity says that what you see is what you get. and you use the word trick bag. I'm about to use that one. I like that. Integrity for a person with no integrity, to me, are the most dangerous people. I feel like, because if I can't trust you to be right, do right, whether you feel like it or not, then how can we have a successful anything together? If I leave my wallet on the thing, and I got $20 in there, and you don't have any integrity, what's going to stop you from doing any of that kind of stuff? Or you know what I mean? Or if
Yes.
I'm looking at your girl and I don't have any integrity, what's going to stop me from, hitting on her or doing any of that kind of stuff? Integrity drives you to do right even when you don't want to. But what do you
See,
got
this
to say?
this is why we got so many messed up relationships. All this stuff tied together. So if
Yeah.
I'm loyal to somebody with no integrity, whether it's my friend or my woman, it's gonna get me caught up in that trick. Like I said, you could be so loyal to others that you're unloyal to yourself. I know my friend have no integrity. He could leave me with his woman.
Mm,
I won't even. This is my sister. I won't even bother.
that's right.
I know he has no integrity, but you didn't know that in the beginning. So you build loyalty for this person. You build trust.
Mm-hmm.
Leave him with your wife.
Mm,
He might throw dirt on you.
yeah.
Oh man, he be messing with all these
Yeah.
type of women. He do
Yeah.
anything to get it. And you know how he is. But
Yeah.
your loyalty keeps you with him.
Yeah.
So you could be so loyal that you really don't have integrity. You just think you do.
Ooh, boy. And all of us know, I think I know the answer to this before I even ask. All of us have people in our lives that there's no way I'm gonna leave you. I'm gonna trust you with. Why? Because of the way you act.
But your
Because of what I see.
loyalty keeps you as a friend
And
to him.
loyalty keeps you as a friend. That's true. That's true.
And then a lot of people caught up in these marriages and stuff,
Yeah.
their loyalty keeps them there.
Yeah.
But they know they're married to a person with no integrity.
No, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Wow. Let's go to the next one. Um, Someone that makes their family a priority. What does it look like to make your family a priority in today's time?
That's tough. Because you could do that. You know what? I know so many people from the outside. I consider they had a good life because their dad thought they was doing the right thing by working all them hours for the family,
Yeah.
but they don't see it for the family. So what is making your family a priority? Is it me being broke and sitting up here because you can't win?
Mm,
You can't win,
mm,
and it's hard to show the family. Like a lot of people cheat because of that. I'm working 24 hours because I don't want you to work.
right.
You don't got time for me. That's why I stepped out.
I've heard that too.
Or the kids. I bought y'all everything y'all wanted. Then you grow up, you turn against me. You wasn't there for me.
I've heard that too.
But if I didn't get those things for y'all, you gonna cheat anyway because I didn't have no money. And the kids ain't gonna mess with me anyway because I was a brokey.
Mm, that's
So how you win? How you make your family a priority?
Mm. Yeah, that's good.
But me personally, I had that conversation with my family. Hey,
Did you?
which one y'all want me to choose?
Mm,
Because I'm going to tell you right now, I can't afford the PC.
right.
I don't know where we going to live. But I could be there. Which one you want?
Mm. A friend of mine, a friend of ours, said that his mindset was he had to work, 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 so his wife was able to stay home with the kids, and he thought that he was doing the right in his mind. He was doing the right thing by allowing his wife to be at home so the kids don't have to come home and no parents being at home. And he said that of course when they start getting up having games and school programs and that kind of thing, because he worked all the time. He said okay, his wife was able to go, but he wasn't able to go, and he thought that he was prioritizing his family by setting that system up that way, only to come to find out that when his boys got to be a grown men, they told him that he was never there for him. That he was never there for them, and they ran down the list of all the stuff they said he missed, and he said it really hurt him because he really thought he was doing the right thing by working and letting mom go and be there for him and that kind of thing. And he said something to me that really hurt me to hear him say that. He said that he said he'll never be in a vulnerable position. He never want to be in a vulnerable position like that, to have them dump on him the way they did. But I wanted to say to him, yeah, I get that. But what they were saying was they were saying that they wanted more of you. selfishly, it's like I think they both were right, but they were doing it the wrong way. What I mean is like, yeah, I understand you had to work, but if there was opportunity, if there was times, you know what, maybe I'm not going to volunteer to go in Saturday because Junior got his first high school softball game or basketball. You know what I mean? All that kind of stuff. I
Yeah,
wish it go. What do you
I
say to
see it totally different. I think where the old school failed at, with no communication.
Don't that's a good point.
And how
I see
you,
that true.
even today, you would not want me to make a choice for your life without you having no say so. Because I could think I'm doing the right thing,
Right.
but I don't know what you want.
Right.
So all they had to do was be open communication. Like I told you, I sat down with my family and asked them. But and then it's like, so you say you doing this for us, right?
Hmm.
Why every time I ask for the Jordans, you say you ain't got it?
You ain't
How
say
you
that.
doing it for us?
Yeah.
But you wanted a new truck. I see you got that.
Hmm.
So who you really doing it for?
Wow. He just blunt, straight to the point. You can't get around that. Let's move to the next one. Okay. Attentive to my needs and my kids. I gotta be with somebody that's attentive to my. I'm not saying you have to pamper me every
Yeah.
day, but being attentive to my needs and the need. If we got kids, I want a woman that's attentive to the needs of the kids,
Or a
or
man.
vice versa, or a
Yeah.
man that attentive. What's
Okay,
happening?
there you go. We go back to what we were just saying.
Yeah.
So you said you was doing all this work for the family. You wasn't attentive to our needs. What you was doing it for yourself, making yourself feel good. Because if you was attentive to our needs, you would ask us,
You would ask. Okay.
what do we want? You doing what you think we want. You giving us no option. Just like some people is fine with being the cheater, but what they not fine with is you not giving them the option. You could have told them you wanted multiple men or women.
I don't think that would fly.
You crazy. Some people into
Yeah.
that thing.
Yeah.
But what they don't want to do is not have a choice.
Hmm.
You never know what people willing to accept. You just give them a choice. I don't want you to force that on me.
Interesting. But if you, and this is not true with you or me, but what if she said, "Look, I want you to take care of everything. I want to be pampered. I want to be wooed. I want to be, and you, okay, if your money is here, but my dream and aspirations are here, and you're killing yourself trying to live up to something that,
Yeah.
what do you say to that?
I think it's fine if you come in the door that way. Don't wait till we're years in. Now,
Okay.
who? Oh, so this ain't what. So you already showed your true color. I'm not who you want. But if she come in the door that way, fine. I signed up for that. Break my back, break my neck, make it happen. You signed up for that. But it's different now. I feel bad for couples when I see somebody change over the years. Now I gotta go. You ain't who I signed up for. And there's nothing wrong with growing, but in a relationship, you only gonna do two things. One of two things. Y'all gonna grow together or y'all gonna grow apart.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then once it's at the growing apart, y'all really just staying together to protect y'all image.
Yeah.
Y'all don't even like each other.
Ooh, that's deep. That's deep. A fun-loving person or a serious person. Me personally, when they asked me this question, I said I love being able to be free to be who I am. I don't want to be in a relationship with somebody where okay, she don't like to laugh, so when I get around you, okay, I gotta straighten it up, I gotta sit up. I want to be around somebody where I can be free
Be
to
yourself.
where I'm be free to be who I am. What do you say to that? I remember watching this couple when the husband was around, the wife was, she almost like militant, like she was, not free to relax and enjoy herself. When her husband wasn't around, she was laughing, joking, and
turned
having
up.
fun. Yeah. What do you say to people that try to control, I want you to be this way versus, hey, accept me for who I am. Let me be myself. I want a lighthearted, fun person to be around. And I'm not saying everything is always jokey and fun, but I want to be able to be free to be my authentic self when I'm around that person. What do you say to that?
I think the lighthearted free couples are the minority. The majority of them, either both of them or one of them, is always putting on the front,
Always putting on the front.
just to please the other person. I don't want you doing that when we in public. I don't want
Right.
to tell you what to do. I don't want to tell you what to do because if it's not in you to have integrity, it's not in you to be loyal. I don't want you faking for me because all I'm doing is telling a lie to myself and making you act a certain way. That ain't even you.
Right. Or you get home and you say, hey, you ain't
Yeah.
nowhere near that person that you was.
But it just make the other person or yourself build resentment.
Yeah.
So y'all 30 years in and y'all really hate each other, but we done perceive that everybody like we might be goals to other people. And we really hate each other. And that's why I'm saying, like, I don't think there's a difference between our time, the time before you, or that it just it's out there now.
It's changed.
The woman just didn't say nothing back when.
Wow.
She was getting beat, she was getting cheated on. Some of us called the dude grandpa who was married to a whole nother woman, had a note, and we didn't know. Because it was a place back then. Men had a place, women had a place.
Wow. Which leads up to the next one. How valuable is respect? When I say respect, you know, and unfortunately, I've seen, you know, men jumping on women, beating up women, you know, in the house and all that kind of stuff, cussing them out, you know, both ways, you know, just that totally dishonoring, treating them any old kind of way, beating them and all that kind of stuff. What does respect look like today in a relationship?
It's no one definition. See, you could say that's your term of disrespect. Some women that's normal. They're like me personally, man. If you most of these females, you know what they call their friends?
But
The B word. So if I'm your man, how is it disrespect if I approach you that way? That's how you talk. That's how you talk. They see they friend, hey B, hey B, what you doing?
But you ain't no. I mean, but if you see a man cussing a woman like that, calling like he would if he was in a bar with his boys, that you don't think that's disrespect?
No, I think it depends on how she raised. Man, you know what? See, I'm gonna tell you what. Like, I use you as an example. Somebody like your daughter was the scariest person for a street dude today.
Why you say that?
We don't really know how to treat a woman who come from a two-parent household and they got a dad at home. That it's kind of intimidating. And guess what? They love street dudes, but they don't even know they intimidating to us
I never heard that.
because you know what it's like to have a male structure in your life. Man, the hardest thing to be in the world for a man coming from a single parent household is a man. There ain't no instruction book on. A lot of us just winging it. We winging it.
I told my daughter, I said, although she did things that made me want to beat her, Daddy I didn't beat you, I didn't cuss you, I didn't abuse you. You know, I took care of you, I provided for you. Why would you go out there and get a man that's totally opposite of what, you know, obviously, like most definitely your choice, but I'm just saying if the standard was, hey, Daddy took care of home, Daddy never, she never saw, you know, Daddy abusing Mom, Daddy didn't have a family across town, Daddy went to work every day. Why you would think automatically that would be what you would want when you got out there, but I hear that ain't the case.
It's because she was the minority. Now her life ain't even normal to her because these hundreds of kids she go to school with, they don't have that same story. So she kind of got to hide her real life because it ain't normal.
That's interesting. I've heard that.
So she started to fool, or he, or whatever. They start to fool themselves and think they live like them. Because I can't even really speak my life.
That's interesting. I've heard that. Oh, I wish we had another hour just to talk about that because I heard another group was saying the same thing. Let me ask you this: what about someone that's respected in the community? So like your husband or your wife or the girl you with, the guy you with, they have a respect from their community and their family and friends. They're not known as being messy, but they're known as being people that encourage people, build people up, asset to their community. What do you think about that?
Rare.
Rare. Wow.
Rare. So why you think so many people are intrigued to go to the street life?
Hmm.
Them are the people that's respected in our community.
Well, I never had it. Yeah.
So I think that's rare.
Hmm.
You don't just have a Pastor King walking down every block. You don't even have a Pastor Barlow walking down every block.
Hmm.
So them people we might only see at funerals.
That's deep.
Only the dope man is the only successful person on our block, or the pimp,
Hmm.
or the dude who good at shooting dice or selling dope.
Hmm.
So them who we respect.
Wow, that's deep. We got another hour just on that. I was at the game last night, and I won't tell you what school, but I was at the game last night, and we were somehow we ended up sitting right by the student section, right? Because we got there a little late, so we ended up sitting there, and so all the students were sitting around, and so my wife was thinking, a couple other older couples that were sitting there too, and the language that we heard sitting around. I mean, I can't even begin to abbreviate what we heard.
Yeah.
And my wife was looking, she was looking like, hey, don't they see adults sitting right here? And I told her, I said, you haven't been around teenagers a lot here
That's
lately.
how they talk at home.
That's how they talk. I said,
So how do I approach this girl without calling her a B?
ooh, boy.
She don't even understand it. You a square, you a line. Excuse me.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, what? I told my wife, I said, you can't say anything to them. You can't say, hey, respect. You can't do. I said, if you don't have a relationship with them, I'm reluctant to even say hello to a lot of them now. I said all that to say your area that you're moving in now with the being a mentor
Mentorship.
coach.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Man, it's difficult.
What? Yeah. Is it what? But see, you always had a heart and a passion to help people like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And now that you're at the beginning stages of stepping into that, what have you seen that says, okay, I knew it would be like this, versus like, man, I didn't know it was going to be like that.
No, I'm just living through myself. Like I was just having a discussion with my wife yesterday, and she just, oh, you gotta stay positive. I said, how do you give somebody hope? Like, because I know a time in my life where it was hopelessness, and I was just, we real life ready to die. How do you talk to somebody that's ready to die? How you give them hope?
That's heavy. How do you talk to somebody that's ready to die? How do you give them hope? When you say ready to die, what do you? I think I know what you mean, but for our viewers, what does that mean?
Like if somebody said they loyal to the hood, to me, you ready to die. Like we all know in reality, this come with death and jail. And this what you signed up for. Nobody said you'd be rich. Nobody said successful. They said you would die or go to jail. And you signed up for that? Them the only two things the only two outcomes. And you signed up for that? And we sign up every day without hesitation. Some of us come from a good home and run to that. Like we would.
That's a whole nother.
We would leave our house to run to that. It's like, dang, they sign up for that. Like, it's the true definition of hopelessness. And what could bring you back? I honestly, I just slipped through the cracks like the devil. The good thing about the devil, but that's what people don't tell you, is a good side. It comes down to what you were saying, the standard of worth. He'll let you buy your soul back. But is it worth buying back to you? Now you got to know your worth.
Okay, you ain't got to give names, but you just started working with the kids. What do you see that's been encouraging for you?
See, it's encouraging. The gift is the curse. I see the hope for them.
You see hope for them, okay?
But they don't see it.
But they don't see it.
Yeah.
The founder of the Hope Center, Ty Shinzo, he would tell the staff repeatedly, yeah, there will be times when we have to hope for them until they can hope for themselves. Right?
No, that's he hit
That's the true thing. So hoping for them, is it discouraging to you when you see one step forward, 7 steps back? Or do you see steady progress? Or you?
Oh man, yeah. I haven't got to the stage where I see steady progress.
Yeah, okay.
Like they just want to be slick. They think but they don't have no hope. And I understand. For them, I truly do understand. It's like, man, you could do all this talking, but it don't change the environment I'm in. It don't change my circumstances. That's why the dope man got so much power. Like, I feel like if you can't bring monetary gain to the situation, you can't change nothing.
You mentioned at the start of the last show, you used the word poverty.
Yeah.
Is it driven by poverty? Is it driven by fatherlessness? Is it driven by no God? Is it driven by lack of parenting? What do you think? Or is it all mixed up in one?
It's all mixed in
All
one,
mixed in one.
but me personally, I think a lot of people, I hate to say it, but whether you missing your mom or your dad, I done been in both shoes. Uh, it's really meant to be. Them ain't the people who could guide you in that moment anyway.
What do you mean by that?
Just because a dude is a dad don't mean he's a father. He's not even
Yeah,
ready.
yeah,
He childish himself.
Yeah.
He could really deter you.
Yeah.
Or he make you, or you get this image of a man, and that's what you aspire to be, and this dude ain't even a man. So he ain't in your life on purpose. He's still a kid.
Which leads me to my last question. We got about 3 minutes left. All of us, I know a little bit about your story. I think I told you about mine. Even though my father and I, we are in a better situation now. It wasn't, I had the anger, I had the resentment, I had the, how come you didn't stay with us, all that kind of stuff. Walking through what you went through, and the father, 'cause you're a great father now. I like to believe I'm an okay father. Walking through what we went through, and being the fathers that we are now, right? What motivation, or what would be something that you would say to young men that say, hey, teach me how to be a good father? What would you say to them that said, okay, I didn't have, I wasn't modeled, that wasn't modeled before me, but I want to be, the young guy, he's, I think he's, 16? I think he got 3 of them already. It's like, I want to be a good father. Where do I start? How do I, what would you say to that in our closing minutes?
I'd say you got to be present, number one.
Being there.
And number two, you just got to be honest with them. If you ain't got it, you ain't got it. You got to tell them your failures with your success. I think all you could do is be real with them, man. These kids way smarter than any generation I ever saw. And the information come at them, all they got to do is look. Information come at them fast, so you got to be real. Ain't no lying. Ain't no telling them if you graduate, you're going to get this car. If you can't afford that car, you have to tell them, man, I think you deserve that. But to be honest, Daddy messed up in his life. This is why I want you to get them A's. I was the flunky. This is where being a flunky get you. This is where being a flunky get. That's why I want you to get the F's. I got them.
Well, if I say to you, Daddy, I see you every now and then, but I'm loyal to my friends. I got trust in my friends. My heart is with. They've been more of a dad to me than you have. They say they gonna be there for me. And they love me more than you do.
Nah, if I'm that man, I say I made that same choice. That's why I ain't there for you. I'm in and out of jail because I was loyal to them. So you want to repeat the cycle? Go ahead. But your kids will tell you the same thing, and they might be the ones that kill you.
Wish we had more time. Our time is up. Oh boy, until next week. Thank you for watching Real Talk. Remember, we walk by faith, not by sight.